this kind of elements of requirements we will complete this session. Okay, so then this is the scenario based elements. Okay, so the main purpose is we have to identify or we have to specify the requirements. Okay, so main idea behind this elements of requirements is specifying the requirements is various kinds we have seen in the previous slide. So what is meant by scenario based elements is, here one use case diagram is there. Okay, so in the use case diagram two people's so via the use case diagram and activity diagram we can represent the scenario based element. Okay, so in the use case diagram two different element is there, one is the user and another one is the use cases. User means those who are going to use the particular project. Okay, that is called as user. Use cases means what are the functions are we are doing. Here in this first diagram three different users are there. One is the home owner and another one is the system administrator, third one is the sensors. So maybe it may be the example use case diagram for automatic home automation system. Okay, so house owner, system administrator, sensors, these all are the different actors or users are there. These all are the alarm, domain system, then access system, system internet, then alarm event. So these all are the use cases. What are the functionality it has to do? Maybe in for example in our home, okay, I have fixed the alarm, fire automatic fire alarm system. So maybe when it find out the fire in my home, automatically it will send a message to the house owner and the nearest police station or nearest fire station. That's why we are fixing here the sensors. Okay, so some different functionality it has to do. Okay, so in the class diagram, so definitely we have to know that what are the classes we are using. Okay, then what are the functionalities or methods we are using, then what are the different attributes we are using. Okay, so for example if you are here LEC is requirement, so this is a simple thing. So different functionality we have to do, maybe send a message to the house owner and send a alarm. Okay, so this is the things about our scenario based model. So with the use, so how can we represent our requirements? So I am drawing some kind of representation, I am drawing some kind of pictorial representation, maybe use case diagram or activity diagram or whatever. Via this I am explaining about my requirements. Okay, then class based elements. Okay, so in the class based element, this is mainly describing about class, their methods and their attributes. These three are very important. For example, so the class name is a sensor. Okay, so in this, so for example, whenever you drawing the class diagram, the class symbol representing three different things. One is the class name. First one is representing about the class name. Second one representing about the attributes of the class. Third one representing about this column. This is the class name. Second one is the attributes of the particular class. Third one is the methods or functionalities of this class. Okay, so here the class name is a sensor and the class attributes is the sensor name, sensor type, sensor location where we have fixed in that room, then sensor area, then sensor characteristic. These are the attributes, because these are the very important. Without attributes we cannot define our sensor. Then to elaborate this, what are the methods I am using? So different, so in the as per this example, four methods we are using. One is the identify method, enable, disable and recognition. Like that, for your convenience you can use some different kind of methods. Okay, then behavioral element. So to represent about the behavioral elements, we are using the state representation for sensor. Okay, so reading command. So this is the what will do, what the functionality has to do perform. Okay, so here reading commands. So this is a state name. Second one is the state variable. Third one is the state activity. Okay, Okay, so this is the okay, this is the state name, this is the state variable, this is a state activities. So in the previous slide we have discussed about the class diagram. So whenever we discussing about the class diagram, class name, class variable and class methods are there. Okay, here to represent about the behavioral element we have to discuss about the state name. Okay, currently what are the state of the particular project. So reading command, this is a state name. Then this is the state variable. Okay, so system states is equal to ready, display message is equal to enter command, display states equal to steady. Then this is the state activity. So so this is the state activity. So like a method, here we are doing what are the activity, what are the state activities we are doing. Okay, then this is a flow oriented elements. So this is like a flow chart or flow diagram. So the flow oriented elements are representing about information is transferred as it flows through a computer based system. The system accepts input in a variety of forms, applies functions to transform it and produces output in a variety of form. For example, in this diagram, safe home software. So here we are developing a, let us consider we are developing the safe home software. So here some various kind of panel, control panel, sensor, then control panel display, alarm, display line. Okay, so maybe this control panel is used to user command the data, then sensor is used to sensor states. So this kind of things. So this is a part of our identifying or the requirements. Okay, so another model is a analysis pattern. Okay, so this analysis pattern is a very very important thing. Why? Because here what are the things are linked with our object maybe. Okay, so for example, here we are using one object name as class. Okay, file object, we are using file object. This file object is connected with the some other class or some other directory. Okay, then another class is directly or indirectly connected with this class, some other object. So it means one class is connected or interconnected with the next class. Okay, so for example, if you are doing a project for the employee database or employee salary, here employee is a one database or table. Okay, one class name. Then payroll is a another class name, because without employee table or employee class we cannot develop a payroll object. Okay, so that's why how it is interconnected with the different object or the different class. Okay, so this is the main class. So this class is directly connected with the some other class or some other object. That's why. So this is the class. Here all are the classes, different classes. Maybe this class name is file object, this class name is directory, this class name is another file, this class is link. So all the files are connected with directly and indirectly connected with the some other object or some other class. Okay, so here the self assessment question is what are the different types of elements of requirement model, then illustrate scenario based elements in detail with an example, then differentiate class based and behavioral elements, explain about analysis pattern. Okay, so next we will move to the next session. Okay, so in this session we are discussing about eliciting accurate requirements. Okay, so this is also very important topics of requirements. So in this session mainly we are going to discuss about requirements elicitation and requirement elicitation method. Okay, then advantages and disadvantages of requirements elicitation, then what are the features of requirements elicitation. Okay, so next we will move to the what is meant by requirements elicitation. We know what is meant by requirements. Okay, so requirements elicitation is a process of gathering and defining the requirements for a software system. The goal of requirements elicitation is to ensure that the software development process is based on a clear understanding of the customer's need and requirements.